The snowstorm is the roads are bad out there, y'all. So I made it. I made it. So yeah. So we here.
We
I can
here.
open.
I'm
I can
really
open up the box.
no, I'm just doing this so you can get it going.
Appreciate you guys being here. Welcome to me and take a seat. Myself, Big Country, and we have two special guests today. We got my boy Daddy came back, man. One of my Australian friends, been knowing him for years. And Kraft Mac decided to jump on board, man. I last minute, I appreciate you coming through with it, man. I greatly appreciate you, bro, pulling up. We have our atmosphere. We got Class, we got Ocean, and we got Brooke in here, y'all. So if anybody uh, decide you want to have somebody that you feel the need to jump on board for next week, please do. Last week was amazing. Last week was amazing. We had WTF and Timbo. It was an amazing topic, man. I just can't wait for you guys to hear what we got today. So let me unmute this box. So you guys, the recap, man, was about cheating and taking account. You know what I mean? Today we're doing unrealistic expectations. So I'm super excited for that, man. So you guys, if I'm not paying attention to you guys, I'm focusing on the guests. So just to let you guys know, whoever my number one gift for the show will give us the next week's topic. All right? All right.
Hmm. Yeah. And
Trying
everyone, please put those spotlights on if possible, if you've got any, because it isn't featured yet. It'll help trend, get him to number one. No spamming of comments. This is getting recorded as well. So yeah, that will be on YouTube if everyone can go follow YouTube. But yeah, have fun. All the questions, ask in the comments, be very interactive. It's very welcoming and inclusive. So let's have some fun. You
let's
ready?
let's go, y'all. Y'all ready? All right, y'all. Can we have the Daddy and Kraft Mac in the box, please? What's up, Kobe? What's up, Step? All right, y'all. I always want. It's like excited, man. We don't know what these guys get it together. What's going on, man? What's up, Kraft? What's up, Dad? How you feeling, man?
What's happening? Yeah, we're good. We're good.
We good. Sorry about that, y'all. I appreciate you guys still coming through. Um, we're gonna get right into it, man. Let me just dive into these questions. These questions are fairly open for me as well. So, where are these questions at? What are the questions at? Oh, let me get to these questions, man. Internet's acting up here. Instagram. Yeah, these not pulling up here. This is amazing. All right, here we go. Let's see. Where y'all put these questions at? Cause it's not here.
First off, man, I want to say thank you for having us on the show. Like I said, you only hear good things about this platform, bringing all the gentlemen together, actually sitting down, and actually having a seat, and actually talking about real and being able to express. So I truly do appreciate that.
Absolutely.
They're in the group chat, and I sent them in your chat too.
Yeah, it's
Have a
not. It's not pulling up.
all right. So
Um,
just put it
no,
in the
no,
chat.
we got it. 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 We gonna get it together, y'all. We gonna get it together. Okay. See, it's circling. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, y'all ready?
Ready?
All right. All right, here we go. Dad, I'm gonna start off with you first, and then just give us, answer how you feel about the question, your best way of describing the question, and you too, and then you go next, Craft. Okay.
Got it.
Okay. It says, how can number one? This is the first question. How can unrealistic expectation in the relationships affects the dynamics between partners?
Unrealistic expectations in a relationship dynamic affects partners.
Yes, and she put it in. So if y'all didn't hear me the first time, she'll put it in the comments. The question in the comments.
Um, I feel like it depends on the longevity of the relationship. I feel like these days expectations need to be brought up fairly soon in a relationship, just like boundaries. I think everyone needs to know what your boundaries are early on in a relationship, so you can understand it if it's for you or not. And I think that's the same with expectations. If you're looking for, whether it be male or female, and you're looking for someone specific, you need to understand those specifics of expectations before you get yourself into the relationship, so you're not wasting your time or their time.
Good answer. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. What you think, Crap?
I thoroughly agree, right? So if you're placing unrealistic expectations on your partner when it comes to maturity level, you know that they're not there, or financial level, you expect certain things and they don't have the capability to do it at that very moment, or they're striving towards that goal and you're placing that over their head. Yes, it can be a motivational factor, but it's going to start eating at you more and more once you see that things that you want aren't happening. Definitely when it comes to the dynamics of relationship, that male being the provider, the woman being the caretaker, or the backbone. If you're expecting that and you're with someone that you know just isn't there, then it is going to strain any relationship.
I agree with you guys. I'm gonna have to agree with you guys on that as well. I just think even using this as app for example, for as a partner goes, when you put an expectation on somebody, and if something happened and goes wrong, it goes left completely. Like it goes completely left versus letting it go and just organic, naturally putting things together, man. So, very good answer between both of you guys. Next question. So, what are some of the common unrealistic expectations that partners may have of each other? What are some of the common unrealistic expectations that partners may have between each other?
Who would you like to go first?
Oh, you start. We're gonna start with you, Daddy.
Okay. Um, I think the most obvious one is financial. And you see it on all forms of social media these days. Financial expectation is probably the number one thing that's talked about. And personally, I think most of them are very unrealistic. If you look at the statistics, expecting certain salaries, certain wages in certain brackets, um, you are limiting yourself to finding a realistic partner by holding those unrealistic expectations on finances.
So
That's a good one.
I'll say if finances then is number one, then the number two is expecting someone to know you in and out, and you not having to explain it to them. I think that's very unrealistic of someone to you expect someone to know all about you and read minds and be your person to lean on, and they don't know, or you haven't expressed to them what you like and how you like it. That's why we have love languages, but it's a little
Mhm.
deeper than that. So you want
I
someone to
think
love you, not the way that they want to be loved, but for them to love you the way that you want to be loved. You have to express that to them. Because if you don't, then it becomes unrealistic.
communication is another one too. We live in an age where everything is behind a phone screen, a computer screen, an iPad, or whatever. So real life, face to face communication is not what it used to be at all.
I would have to agree with that. And I want to add something to that. Now here's the thing, y'all. Like, and goes what Kraft said. You expect somebody to know you. If you don't talk about your past hood trauma, like we don't know. You know what I mean? Like we don't know what you're going through unless you talk about it. But if you don't talk about it, it's gonna cause a whole lot of problems because you can't expect us to know everything. And that goes with men. Like you guys, it's a lot of ladies out here expect to move the way they move. You want to be these alphas. You know what I mean? And then and then you want a man to be a leader, but you doing these. You got to play one of your roles. You got to play one role or you play the other. For me, I always say this: if you want to play that alpha role, I'm not with it. Sign me out. I sign my own paper out of it because I'm not trying to deal with a person that plays the alpha role. Now, remind you, We don't know everything. We don't. But like you gotta trust the man to lead. You know what I mean? Like we don't know. So woman's there to teach us and help us to become better leaders, man. And you know what I mean? So, but if we don't talk about it, man, and it's another thing, like goes what he said, man. If you don't talk about an issue within right away, within a day or two, man, and you hold on to that, it would cause so many problems. Because if I bring an issue to someone and you bring up my past, or you brought up something that I did and I wasn't aware of, and you could have prevented it, that caused more problems, man. You know what I mean? That caused more problems. And I feel like when we have a conversation, we shouldn't bring that up again. We shouldn't bring it up again. We'll have this conversation for a reason to move forward. Why you want to keep bringing it back? You know what I mean? And that goes with comprehension versus communication. Go ahead, Dad. I'm sorry.
Just going off what you just said, country, is using past trauma against your current partner as if they did it to you. That's another big issue that I feel that is in a lot of relationships these days. Your current partner, if they're treating you exactly how you're supposed to be treated, if they're treating you differently to your past partner that didn't treat you very well, that partner is not your punching bag, and don't take out your past trauma on someone that has done nothing wrong.
Facts. Facts. Big facts. So here's the second question. It said, how do unrealistic expectation contribute to a relationship that conflicts with breakdowns? It's number 3.
Unrealistic expectations contribute to relationship conflicts and breakdowns. I think in more longer term relationships, when someone's expectation changes after so long being together, it's like the grass is greener on the other side. People, not everyone can give you 100% at all times. So for example, I might have to give my partner 20% one time, and she might have to give me 80%. I might have to give her 50 and she gives me 50. It changes all the time. But if someone is constantly giving you 80% and you're looking for that 20, you try and go and find it elsewhere and realize, oh, hang on a second, I've just lost 80% to gain 20. And I feel like in longer term relationships, people start to get a little bit bored and look for that 20% instead of focusing on the fantastic 80% that they've got.
I feel like from my side, it's more of conflict resolution thing. So you have a problem, you have an issue, you table the issue, you don't bring it up again. And like Country said in a previous question, that anthill turns into a mound, that mound turns into a boulder, which eventually leads into a mountain. And there's only one person that can stand on top of that. So that means that someone's getting pushed off, they're getting ignored, they feel like their opinion is invalidated. They feel that when it comes to a relationship now, they're in it isolated by themselves. So you have to understand that pushing in unrealistic expectations with your partner and not being able to express and be like, hey, I can't do this, or expecting someone to be able to fully change whatever there's a situation, there's a conflict where you need to change everything about you. That's like you just said, you get 80%, 50% here and there, how the numbers add up. If it's unrealistic, you got to be able to work with your partner and be like, okay, look, there's compromise in this. If not, there's going to be continuous breakdowns along the way. And once things keep breaking down, just like a car, it's eventually going to redline. You're not going to be able to drive that car anymore. That relationship is stalled out. So,
Welcome y'all to Men Take a Seat. I have 2 important men in the box. We got Daddy and Kraft back. If you guys haven't hit them with them faves yet, please hit them with the fave. Last week was a very good topic. We had Timbo and we had WTF. This week we talking about unrealistic relationships, y'all. So you guys tune in. I'm glad you guys tuned in. I can't wait to see what next week's topic is. Next week, right now, whoever my number 1 gift of the show will give us a topic for the following week. All right. So stay tuned. I might throw an extra person in there next week, man. A surprise guest. I'm thinking about adding a surprise guest next week, man. So you probably want to tune in for that as well. But here's the next question, y'all. It says, in what ways can communication and setting boundaries help manage unrealistic expectation in a relationship?
That I love these questions because they're very easy to answer. Setting boundaries, especially early, can eliminate unrealistic expectations in the future because you know where your partner stands, you know what their morals are, you know what their ethics are. So there's no questions around it. So communicating your boundaries early, even if they change, you need to be able to sit down with your partner and have a mature conversation about, hey, I didn't know this was a boundary of mine. This happened and I don't like it. It shouldn't be an argument. It should never be, oh, but you did this. So that's the way it is. If it's a man speaking or a woman speaking, you sit down and you listen and you hear them out. So communications of your boundaries is the most important thing ever, especially early, because you know if that's a boundary that you can deal with, awesome, it's going to work. If not, just move on. I'm all about not wasting people's time, and that's a big one for me.
Amen. Amen to that, man.
Communication is key, right? I think that we all know that. I think that we all agree with that. Being able to properly communicate with your partner is key. But there's different forms of communication. And because y'all had a heated communication doesn't mean that it was an argument or that you're attacking each other. You attack the situation, you don't attack each other. So, and with that, setting with the boundaries, I love what you said. You have to set boundaries to let people know how to handle you and how you will allow someone to handle you. You can't talk to me any kind of way. You can't treat me any kind of way because this is what I set for myself. I don't go under my standards of that. And that's when you get with me and we have our communication and we talk about these things. There, it eliminates any unrealistic, well, I can do this, and no, you can't. This has already been written and told to you in this sense. Well, hey, I don't argue. Well, I don't want to say argue. Everyone has those moments, but I don't do this or allow this.
So I'm question: do you think if you, for me, it pushes me away. I get caught up to like I go into a cycle, man, that I don't like. You know what I mean? Like even with situations like that, it pushes me away, man, because when you have to, talk about the same thing over and over again, where the boundaries goes. So I said one day, y'all, we always want to look for stuff in the best in your partner, right? And I think one of the questions will get it out the way. It says, what baggage would you bring to me in a relationship? You get that out the way. I know what I'm looking for out the gate. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, what baggage would you bring to me so I know? So if the boundary for us boundary goes, I know what I need to do. I know what I need to accept. I wonder if I want to move forward, or you know what I mean? Because now I know. You know what I mean? And then the second question, like, what can you bring to me in a relationship that's non-reciprocated? You know what I mean? Because reciprocated, you're going back and forth. You can't say honest and trust because that's reciprocated. Give me something that's not reciprocated. You know what I mean? So like, I want to have that part of my life, man, because now you got it all out the way. Now you know what the baggage is. You know what I mean? So you already know out the gate. For as that goes, man, and you expect this, but go back where you said, 80-20. And to add to that, man, Daddy, what you said, man, I'm gonna give you 100% of what I got. If I'm on 20%, I'm gonna give you 100% of that 20. You know what I mean?
Exactly, and that's the point. Yeah, you
Yeah.
just because you can't give someone absolutely everything, you give them 100% of what you've
Yeah.
got. Absolutely.
I'm gonna give you 100% of what I got. You know what I mean? Like, even today, like just give you an example, not to make no excuse, but late getting here and I don't feel good, man. But I'm gonna give you 100% of what I got. I just feel like we got to accept these things, man, and compromising, not just the communication, like not just communicating is one thing, man. It's comprehension. You could talk about communicating over and over and over again, but comprehending, that's what's gonna get you through it. That's what's gonna get you through everything. Because you like going over and over again, man. It gets tired when you repeat the same stuff over and over again. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go
Absolutely.
with the next question, y'all. Again, welcome to Men Take a Seat. Myself, Big Country. We got Dad in the box and we got Craft in the box, y'all. So again, number one person of this show will give us the next week's topic. I'm pretty sure you guys got some stuff that y'all want to talk about. So feel free. Make sure you number one by 8:15. We say 8 o'clock, but I'm running a little late today, y'all. So next question is: have you ever felt pressured to meet unrealistic expectation to set by your partner? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Whoa,
And I think if
man.
anyone says no, they might be they might be lying. Um,
And it's not a comfortable feeling.
I'll give you an example of something that's actually happened to me. I won't say what the expectation was because it was pretty big. Expectation was set. It was destined for failure. And the issue that I had with that was I said yes to it because I was scared to lose that person. So I put everything I had into this expectation in the hopes that she would see that I at least tried. I knew that I was going to fail because it was an impossible task. And because I failed, we broke up. I lost her.
Is that the person that I'm thinking about from back in?
Yep. Yep.
It's crazy.
That pressure of being perfect for your partner. That
Even
pressure.
even though, yeah. Sorry, Craft. Sorry, Craft.
Let me turn this off. My bad.
That pressure of being perfect for your partner. That pressure for always wanting to do it. And that driver's seat that's doing the right thing. I don't mess up. I'm always the one doing this. I'm the leader of the household. You can't break down. You're the breadwinner, or you're the support system. Everyone plays their role and they have to play it exactly on that line. It's unrealistic because we all say the phrase life happens. And you're not perfect. We strive for perfection, but there's only
Yep.
one that is perfect, right? So if someone sets that on you, that you don't have room to make any mistakes, you don't have room to waver left or right, it's not going to work. Now, some things could be time-based, that's unrealistic just because there's a short period of time that they want it done. And if they gave you that grace and that they gave you that grace that you be able to accomplish it and they want it right then hey, maybe that person's not for you and they don't understand. So, but I think, yeah, that the expectation of being perfect is completely unrealistic.
You
You can
know,
be
Question. Can I just ask you both a quick question? In a relationship, in your previous relationships or current relationships, I don't know if you're in relationships or not, but how many times has something come up in that relationship where it could be a big bill, try and save for a holiday, you're stressed about it, you are taking all that stress, but you don't want to tell your partner that stress because you don't want to stress them out too, so you just take it all. How often does that happen to you guys?
all the time, all the time, because
Yeah.
that's how we wired. That's how we built. Because
Yep.
men's supposed to be leader of the household. Like that's
Yep.
just how we built. You know what I mean? But that just that's just how it is, man. That's just how it is. It
Yep.
just
I think that's a
let me ask
perfect
you guys a
example of this
question then.
question.
Let me ask you guys a question. Like, have you ever put in a position that you know that you don't feel comfortable about saying yes, but you end up saying yes to satisfy her anyway?
Yep.
Right? Like that hits different though. And then when it fails, like you it's even worse on you. You know what I mean? Like you already feeling bad going in. But now you
Yep.
already said yeah, just to satisfy her.
right.
You know what I mean? Like to appreciate, because we go over and above sometimes. Sometimes, we do things, knowing that it may fail, right? Like you said earlier. But we do it
Mm-hmm.
just to keep her happy. Like I always say, like the magnitude what men go through here, a woman will never understand. You know what I mean?
Country.
Like
A perfect example of that is if it's freezing cold outside, we will give a woman our jacket or our jumper or our hoodie.
do it all the time.
Even though we're going to be freezing and we're going to be uncomfortable, we will still do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even Brookie, for example, when she came to the state, she's freezing cold. I ain't have no, I had a hoodie on. Look, I had a t-shirt on, no nothing on. I took my hoodie off like here, and it's snowing, it's cold, below zero outside. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? But naturally, she didn't ask for it. It's just how we built, right? That's just how
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's just how he is.
I
But
got
Mhm.
you.
appreciate you guys walking in, man. Listen, the number one gift of the show will give us the next week topic, y'all. I can't honestly, I can't remember the last time when a man won one. Shoot, let's talk about it. Let's go. Anyway, y'all, thank you guys for being here. Tune in. We have 3 admins in here, man. We got Ocean Class and Brookie in the man. Feel free if you know somebody, if you know someone that will fit good for the show, let these males know, man, men empowerment need to be embraced in 2025. Okay, give a men's a voice to talk about it, because we're vulnerable doesn't make us weak. You know what I mean? And when we talk about, when we open being vulnerable to someone, you know, it doesn't make us weak at all. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you guys opening up and just giving us you guys knowledge and gems, and dropping it for us, man. Take your time out, man. So here's the next question. So why do you think society tends to have different expectations for men and women when it comes to a relationship? Well then.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with this question, and some people aren't gonna like it. And I'm not saying
Oh,
all
yeah, brother.
women. I'm not saying all women, but women want a traditional man without being a traditional woman.
Well put together.
They want
Well,
a man to protect and to provide. And I'm not saying, I understand it's 2025. It ain't 1950 where the woman has to stay home, cook and clean 24/7, look after 10 children. Absolutely not.
Right.
But you cannot have the expectation of a traditional man if you aren't willing to be a traditional woman.
The politically correct answer for this is because of society, right? It's been this way since the start, and that's how it's going to the end, right? But opinion based is really, why does society view it like that? Why is it a trend for this? It's because people allow it, right? So a man, in my opinion, that's how your viewpoint, that's how I see it. You, as a man, you are the provider. You're the one that takes care of your family. That you're the head of the household. That's what you're supposed to do. But there is different expectations when it comes to men and women, and it's because of the roles that they play, just in life in general. A man can't have a child. A man can be nurturing, but isn't as nurturing as a mom to her baby,
Hmm.
or isn't as physically strong as a man doing this when it was the time where you had to go outside and you had to work and do this. There was no sitting behind a computer, and so that's why there's traditional ideas and roles that have been brought down. Yes, are they always ever evolving? Absolutely. But the mindset is, if you're a man, you're supposed to take care of what the hell you got, excuse me, you're supposed to take care of your responsibilities. And once you bring someone to your household with you, they are now your responsibility.
And not only that, I think it's society has. I'm going to say some controversial things, and it is what it is. Society has taught women that if they're working and making their own money, that they're independent. You're not. You're just an adult. When was the last time you ever heard a man say, I'm an independent man"? You don't hear it, because it's just
no,
what we
you
do.
don't actually. You don't. You
When a
don't.
woman says to
You
me, "I
don't.
pay my own bills, I pay my own car, I pay for my own house, I'm an independent woman." Well, no, you're an adult. You're just an adult. It's just what adults do. It's as simple as that.
Well put together, man. You're absolutely right. Men don't say, you know, we independent. We don't. Absolutely not. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. So I'm gonna
Right.
go with the next question. If you guys you want to feed off that craft, I can move to the next question.
No, that was a mic drop. That, yeah.
Definitely was a mic drop. Absolutely. Um, it said have you ever felt like your partner unrealistic expectation was damaging your self-esteem or confidence?
That's a tough question. That's a
um,
tough.
I can
That's a tough.
I
Yeah,
can
that's a
answer
tough
that one.
one. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like, but we expect that men supposed to be tough and all this. Listen, we have feelings. Our
Mhm.
feelings hurt. We break down. We do actually do lose self-esteem and confidence. We just don't explore about it. We just, because we men, we told you, not to cry. Remember, like, you stand on your team, you better not cry, don't be a wussy. But we know we keep this stuff on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we don't show it in front of y'all. Nah, behind them doors, man, I look, I break down. Okay?
We
I
we
break
fight
down.
a we fight a fight that you'll never understand ever.
Yeah. Yeah, I break down, man. I break down. I break down,
Yeah.
man. And
And the
then when I
reason I
break
say it's a
down,
tough question,
huh?
sorry, country. The reason I say it's a tough question, not because I don't have an answer to it, it's because it makes me vulnerable in front of a lot of strangers that I don't know. And that's not something that I'm used to. And right now, this is a perfect example of male mentality.
Right.
Is that Rookie? I know that we're safe here. I 100% know that. But as a man, I'm taught to keep my shit together. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear. Taught to keep myself together, especially in public. And to me, this is a public setting. Don't show weakness. Don't show vulnerability. Yeah, I might be talking about certain things and expressing my opinion, but when it comes to things like that, it's tough because yeah, I have been broken down before in the past by someone, and it put me through the worst time of my life, the worst time of my life. So yeah, it is a tough one to talk about.
Yeah. Go ahead, Kraft.
I say on this, that's literally the closest person. Your person is the closest person to you. They are the person that you rely on, that you are supposed to be able to be open with. Them saying something negative that's not uplifting, it's just the truth. If they're saying something that's negative that's not uplifting, it's going to hit a raw nerve. It is going to. You're the person that I rely on. It's us against the world. And when it starts coming from you, that starts breaking you down. You're chipping away at him. So I mean, people have to be cognizant of that because if not, look, you're going to break that person down to the fact that you're not going to realize who that person is anymore, or they're not going to walk around with that swag anymore. Because like, dang, now they're second guessing themselves when they had all the confidence that I am who I am, and I got this amazing person beside me, and I was like, well, I don't even know if she trusts me. So there's a
Facts.
big factor in that. There's a big factor.
Yes. Hmm.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. That hit different, man. Like, listen, ladies. Like, I just once you lose that sight of man,
Mm.
of him, you lose it all. You lose everything. It's forever. Like, you don't want to lose that part because, like, we hold so much stuff on the inside anyway. We hold so much, man. We hold so much. It hurts even think like I mean, you can just tell just not even that. Like it affected him just even bringing up the question, right? So you can imagine how much he's holding in there. You know what I mean? Like it
I'll give you an example. And
you know what I'm
I'll be
saying?
as raw as I can right now. Big Country saw exactly what I went through. I'm not a religious person by any means whatsoever. I messaged Big Country asking him to pray for me. That's how desperate I was.
Yes, it was. I remember that day. I remember. I remember, man.
Because I
You
was
know what I
willing
mean?
to try anything and everything for one person.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, man, and we wonder why suicide is all time high for men. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like you wonder why, right? And it doesn't help. You know what I mean? Like a woman's supposed to be that comforter, man. You know what I mean? And then when you find it hard to even open up, when you get to the point you can't even open up to your partner, it's a problem. You know what I mean? Because so much damage going on, man, and everything. You're supposed to be able to like being vulnerable, right? You want to be vulnerable, but like on top of that, now you feel weak. If you being vulnerable and it goes left, now you feel weak. You feel like, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, and then now it's hard to even crack that. I get it, man. I get it. I get it. Yeah. Next question. um, it says, in what ways do the media portrayals of women influence men perception and expectation of them?
Um,
So
I think it depends what media you're watching. I think in from what I've seen in Australia, it's not like the way it is in America. In America, everything is political. Everything is left and right. Um, and depending on what side of the media you watch, will depend on what sort of women empowerment you'll have. I think the right is more a traditional sense, and the left is more independent woman. I don't need no man sort of thing. That's my perspective. Um, so I feel as though I'm trying to answer this as best as I can without hurting too many feelings, I suppose.
open it up, King. This is what we here for, man.
I feel like women's influence on men, especially these days, is men need to put their heads down, work their ass off to provide everything and anything to a, to being hopeful to get a woman. Men need to put down so much on a first date in the hopes that this woman will be with them long term. A man knows very, very quickly, even just in a talking stage, whether he wants to pursue something or not with a woman. And a man now feels that he needs to drop, two, three, four, $500 on a first date just in the hopes that he can get a second date. And that's
Yeah.
frustrating because, you see so many things. Oh, a man could never take me to Starbucks, or a man could never take me for a walk in the park for a first date. Why not? Why? If it's about getting to know someone, that should be the thing that you're doing on a first date, not spending so much money, because you need to have that face-to-face contact and that communication to be able to do it. So I think the expectation from media is that men need to spend and make so much money just for the hope to be with someone.
Right. So I say going off of what you just said, like hits it on the head exactly, because we'll say that you can't take me to the park, or you can't take me to go get coffee, or coffee's not a date, or if you take me to this restaurant, if it's not a 5-star, 5 Michelin star, then but you'll see the women that's in the comment right now, all real women, all grown women, that's saying that that's not the case. But that's media perception or portrayal of women that's altering our that's what they're saying. You see on social media that this person has to be, it used to be that the skinnier you were, the better. Now, let's say if you have a round, you know what I'm saying, then that's the way it's supposed to be. Or if she's not in the gym, she ain't nothing. Or she don't know how to cook. Or she ain't over there cooking like Kaya, then she ain't nothing. No, that's not the case. But it's being portrayed and it's being pushed in people's face every single day, and it starts to alter what you actually think. Like, dang, well, that's what I need right there. And then you start losing the values and the morals and what actually matters, what actually makes you happy with that person. So it's big. That betrayal that's being pushed out on social media is, you gotta be careful with it, because if you let it start to sink in too deep, then you're gonna be rooted in that. You're gonna want that, and that's all you're gonna want. And then here we go again. It's unrealistic.
So I asked this question the other day in my description. I'm gonna ask the ladies. And the ladies, if you guys know y'all answer this question, just don't comment. I want to ask these ladies that's new in here and haven't heard me say this question. Ladies, do women need men?
The silence is crazy.
So how about
The silence is crazy.
like, look, I'm stress free. I don't know. I don't.
So you say to a point. Okay. All right. First of all, and I say, let me ask you this, fellas, do men need women?
Yes.
Absolutely.
You see how easy that was. So I asked this yesterday on purpose. I heard ladies said no. Why would you need? I says, well, she said for some, whatever, or in need. You still need them. What if you want them temporarily? Why? She said, I don't need a man, but I want one. Right? No. If you want it, it means you need them. But the fact is, that's unrealistic because you need a man. Like, it's no other way. Like I know ladies do that, do housework and lumber work, whatever, but your bodies ain't built like ours, right? Like,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? We understand that you ladies can do things on your own, but the body structure is different. And you know what I'm saying? You want to get under the house, start plumbing and do all this on it, but that was a man for it's a physical part of it. Not saying women can't do it, but we're built that way, you know what I'm saying? And you guys built designed to be nurturers, right? That's what it is. You're designed to
Yep.
be nurturing, that loving person, but that's why, oh man, that for men, 99.9% of men say yes. 99, quick, fast, hurry, no problem. When I ask women that, we got a lot of no's. I don't want to get off. We'll go to the next subject. Go ahead, King.
Really quick, just really quick. Brookie just said something in the comments. She needs a man, not a man, boy, man, child. I want all women to understand something. It takes a woman to bring a man out. Okay? If he might be a little immature, he might not be um, as manly as you want, but it can honestly, not all the time, but it can take a good woman to bring a man out.
I, I'm gonna play on the other side of that one. I don't fully agree with that. I feel like the experiences and your situation that you go through life brings
Hmm.
out that man in you or that character in you. Emotionally wise, yes, a woman can open more doors than you can by yourself.
That's what I mean. And J Love just said it. A woman can take a man to his potential. And that's what I mean. I don't mean a woman makes a man, a
Right.
woman can bring a man out.
Make him become a better man.
Right.
Correct. Exactly. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what you meant. Yes. Yes, fire. I like that. Yes. Appreciate you guys being here. Listen, y'all, welcome to me and take a seat. We got 12 more minutes, y'all. Whoever my number one gift is of the show will be crowned for next week's champion, y'all. And they give us the next week's topic, okay? Thank you, Chris. So listen, we're gonna dive into it, y'all. I appreciate you guys. This is a very good topic, man. Appreciate you guys being here, by the way. Thank you. Um, um, Number 8, it says, can past experience or relationships play a role in shaping men's unrealistic expectation of a woman? Uh, Yeah, that's
I
easy now.
That's an easy answer. It is yes. But also going off what I said earlier, don't let your past trauma seep into your new relationship. They have done nothing wrong to you, whether it be a man or a woman. That person has done nothing wrong to you. Do not allow your past trauma to ruin something amazing.
I'll say this. I was married for down there a decade, excuse me, for damn near a decade, just about 8 years. And when we did break up, we were walking on eggshells with each other. And there were certain things that I didn't like that she did, that she didn't like that I did. But I wouldn't push that on somebody else because they showed a tendency like, oh, they did this one time. And now I'm in my head, oh, here we go again. Like that's no. It can definitely affect you moving on, but you have to be able to clear that stuff out. That's not the same person. It's not the same. You're not in the same situation, and hopefully, when you move on to somebody else, you're not in the same headspace that you were during that breakup phase, and that you can move on, realize where you going, what your growth is, how much grace you've been given or that's been given to you, and move forward like that. But yeah, it could definitely rock your next situation here or there, wherever you do decide, just because you're holding on to their flaws, what you saw the flaws, and
And,
not
and,
giving
and
anyone else their chance.
again, listen, let me tell you something, y'all. Number one, we all have our own flaws. Stay single till you unpack your bags from your last relationship. Stay single till you heal properly. You know how you go into the game and the person have a sprain, but they feel like they need to get in the game knowing they're not fully healed yet. Now you're taking the risk of getting hurt all over again. You know what I mean? Even worse. So until you heal, you know what I'm saying? Take your time, man. You ain't in no rush. Now you can take time out for yourself. You'll come the better man that you are. But you got to take a box of your mess ups. You're going to mess up. But let me tell you, how can you move forward if you keep bringing the past up?
Right.
Explain to me, how is that possible?
You're supposed to learn from it. Because if you
You
don't
know what
learn
I'm saying?
from it,
You can't, there's no way you can move forward at all if a person keep bringing up the past or something that's done, or keep, like, you can never move forward. Once we have this conversation, that's like leaving a meeting. You know what I mean? A conference, you have a getting rid of. Once we leave that conversation, it's over with. Or you go to your job and you have an incident with your partner at home. Once you go into your work, it should never get. You shouldn't even bring that. It's over with. It's done. You know what I mean? And that's the only way you can move forward. I'm wrong, you wrong. God is always right, man. Look, you know, that's just how you should move things. But you can't. You know what I'm saying? But appreciate you guys being here. We got 7 more minutes, man. Welcome to Men. Take a seat. Right now, my #1 gift of the show would name the next week's topic. Right now, y'all, I appreciate it. We have 8 more minutes left. So be careful, y'all. Watch out for the snipes. There's some snipes going on here. And we got Dad in the box, and we got Craft in the box. Men, listen, men that's listening with an open ear, okay? It's time to embrace with each other, man. It's time to embrace with each other, man. It's time for us to stop putting each other down, stop being so competitive with each other. It's time. Listen, men don't go to men and open up like that. You know what I'm saying? Men don't go open up. Women can go to each other and talk to each other. Men, we still look, we afraid. We're afraid we get frowned upon, talked about, we weak. It is time, y'all, for men to really embrace with each other. I can go to my brotherhood. If y'all haven't seen the movie Forge, you'll understand what brotherhood is. The movie Forge is amazing. You hear me? It's an amazing movie that men come together as one and really hold each other accountable. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really need to embrace that, y'all. I appreciate you guys being here. But here's the next question. Next question is this. What impact does toxic masculinity have on men, views of women, their expectation for them? Oh, that's a good question. Appreciate you guys, man. Thank you guys.
Can you read that out one more time for me?
It's right in the comments, right there. It says, what
impact does?
Yes. Appreciate you for the gifts, y'all. I appreciate it. If I ain't saying your name, it's because of the show. I appreciate you.
Feel like toxic masculinity is a buzzword. I feel like traditional masculinity is now toxic masculinity in today's world, to a lot of people. And the views that the view on traditional masculinity is not a good one anymore. And it's frustrating because traditional masculinity doesn't make someone a bad person. But when it's viewed in such a large sense of society, especially social media, that I feel like traditional masculinity isn't viewed as traditional masculinity. It's viewed as oppressing women when it's not. It's as basic as protect and provide, and that's just not one person in our life. That's everybody around us, whether it be our friends or family or our partner. We're just built to look after people. It's not every man, and it's not every woman that views it as toxic masculinity. But I feel like traditional masculinity is now viewed as toxic masculinity, and it doesn't help that there's certain people on social media that say, you know, all these derogatory things about women, because it's not all men. It's a very small percentage. But it goes very viral, and it makes people think that this is how men think when it's really not.
Amen. Amen. That's a good one.
They said she can't cook, she ain't nothing. Like, why would I want a woman that don't know how to cook? Like, you supposed to be in the kitchen. If why are you talking when I'm talking? Why are you trying to out talk me? Like, you think you're smarter than me? You think you're better than me? You because you make a little bit of money, you think you all that and everything else. You insecure. That's you. that you're insecure and you're walking around with a real messed up mindset that has nothing to do with growth, has nothing to do with anything healthy, has nothing to do with communication. You walk around in a mindset that's like it's messed up, and that reflects in everything else that you do, your life, your tendencies, how you move, how you react with your family, how you react with, if you have kids, how you react with your kids, and then you pass that on to other people. Now the cycle continues. Now you're the one teaching them how to be this way. No empathy, no emotional intelligence, no real. I'm over here as they saying that, no real love, because you so stuck in yourself. That toxic mindset gonna have you sitting right there in a slump, just decaying. So no, you gotta change. You gotta be able to change your mindset. And it's messed up. You unfortunately we see it on here every day. Now I just when I'm in lives like that, I just leave when I hear people talking like that. I can't because it don't feed nothing into me, and it
It's,
made me want to say something. But now I know it's gonna fall on deaf ears. You're not really
yep,
trying to. You should try to hear yourself talk. You're not trying to listen to nobody else's opinion or anything else that might bring a light to where you might have flaws at. So that toxic mindset,
facts.
yeah.
Really good answer, man. I appreciate you guys. Listen, we got 3 minutes left, y'all. Right now, Beast is number one of the show right now. Be make sure you're at 7:15. Beast, if you're still here, or whoever decides, whoever takes it, man. Um, whatever. Make sure you guys keep in contact with the admins. Whatever topic you want to talk about. If you got something you want to talk about, something, man. Look, we want to hear it. Okay, we want to hear it. You know what you got to do it, man. I never come up with the topic. You guys do. You know what I mean? So I just think it's a very good idea to get express things to get it off your chest. Okay. Here's the next question, y'all. Probably got 2 more questions left. It says, it says, are there any underlying insecurities or fears that may drive men to hold unrealistic expectations of a woman?
Yes. Simplest answer: women have options. So many options, and I think these days, and I've brought it up many times, social media. These days, it is so easy to reach out to somebody. It's so easy to message someone. Back in the day, you needed to have someone's number. Now, you find them on Facebook, you find them on Instagram, you find them on TikTok. So yeah, that insecurity is there. Not saying that I'm insecure in myself, but men know how men think. Men know how men are, and right there is a big insecurity for a lot of men in society because it everyone is so accessible these days.
So the question was, are there any underlying insecurities or fears that drive men to hold on realistic expectations of women? Yeah, I mean, insecure man is gonna go for, and it's the crazy part about it, like someone that's insecure about themselves, they're gonna like go for a top tier woman. They're gonna go for like someone that's on doing their thing and just striving and on point. And now you're gonna start chipping away at her, like we said, in the opposite side of it. Like now you're gonna chip away at her because you insecure. Nah, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be doing this. You shouldn't be going out with your friends and having fun and you should be going out with your friends and having fun and doing all that. You should be here with me because I'm the one that love you. I don't want you to go out with other people. I don't want you to engage and continue to grow. An insecure man is gonna bring you down, and that's an insecure man is gonna bring you down. I have friends that aren't friends like that, that aren't friends anymore, who are like that. So I got to see it firsthand.
So listen, y'all, our time is up, but I do have a question. We have 1 more question. Do you guys want these guys to answer this question, or our time is I can introduce you to these guys? Put a 1 in the comment if y'all want to hear the last question, hear the answer from these guys. Let's go. Let's go.
Now, put a 1
Let's
in the comments if women need men.
right. You're quiet.
Sorry.
Here's the last question, y'all. This is the last question. Very good question, Brooke and Ocean in class. I appreciate you guys. It says, in what ways can setting realistic expectation improve the overall health and satisfaction in a relationship?
Um, I mean, communication is top tier. So setting that expectation um, is extremely healthy. I feel like people in relationships need to be more open about sex. Um, you know, it might be something that you like in a relationship. Sex is so healthy. It shouldn't be something that people should be afraid of. It shouldn't be something that people should be afraid to talk about, especially in a relationship. You know, so speaking to your partner about things that you want, that you'd like to try, things that you want to do, I think is extremely healthy. And that in turn helps communication as well. They're I feel like they're the two hardest things to sort of express your feelings about.
Once you said realistic expectations,
Like what can improve? It said what ways can setting realistic expectation can improve overall health and satisfaction
in a relationship.
in a relationship.
So setting realistic expectations of your partner and being able to properly communicate them to it. And like you said, for them to be able to comprehend what you're saying, what you really mean, not no underlying get once you be able to get to the point like this is what you really mean, it opens up doors for y'all. Hey, I didn't know that you didn't like this. You've never said it in this way. Let me stop that or let me change that. Now we just came to a compromise on something. Now
Mhm.
there's change. Now we got growth. Now we're talking. Our communication is getting better. Our relationship is getting better. I'm not putting over your head that when I you should be the house should be 100% clean after you just got done taking care or picking up the kids from school and you had this going on. You had a work call that you had to take also. But I'm coming home fuming and not knowing that you had all this stuff going on too because I had a rough day being able to properly have realistic expectations. Hey, babe, what's going on? Oh, this is going on. All right, tight, let's help each other. We're here to help each other and grow with each other and prosper with each other. You put unrealistic stuff out there and you hold on to it. Like you said, you doing stripping away at your relationship? It becomes unhealthy. It goes into that toxic side of it, and then we own well, these women ain't nothing, these men ain't nothing. That's where that all leads to. So
Um, I agree with you guys on that, man. I just think realistically, you know, mess up comes with build-ups. You know what I mean? Mess up come with build-ups, man. Like to order to have the relationship, you gotta you gotta go through it. Like, hey, well, I'm wrong. Like, you know what I mean? But like I'm big on not bringing that stuff back up, man. But realistically, and even with what Nav said, avoid disappointments, you know what I mean, much as you can, but come with build us, man. You know what I mean? Like you gonna mess up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like like you said, things that you want to talk about, man. You have to. Like the question is how bad you want to be with your partner.
yeah,
How tell me how much your partner is worth to you. You know what I mean? Because if she's worth to you, it's nothing that you wouldn't do for her or him. You know what I mean? To make things right or move forward. You know what I mean? Like it's just one of them things, man. And I seen a lot of people do some petty stuff, man. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It shouldn't be done. And you say you love that person, right? But how can you love a person for the things that you're doing? You know what I mean? So like you got to talk about between you and your partner. If you want a healthy, improved relationship. My number one to improve your relationship, man. Get rid of your past. Whatever's in here, let it go. You
Yeah,
holding on to grudges, holding on to certain things that person did. Get rid of that, man. That's the only way. That's the only way you can prove it. And know what? Your last relationship ain't got to do nothing to do with your new one. You can't.
absolutely.
You can't. You cannot sit here and expect your past ex somebody. No, you can't do it. I seen people like when I hear it all the time when men, and this is men do it more than prone than women. They bring up about their ex. My ex used to do this. That is a no-no. You know what I'm saying? How can you expect to have something healthy when you comparing your ex to your what's in front of you?
right.
You know what I mean? And
Facts.
it's just not right, man. It's just not right. But I appreciate you guys being here. My name is Big Country. Welcome to Me and Take a Seat, y'all. Listen, my goal is I just can't listen. Idea. Here's my idea, y'all. I want everybody in this stream right now. I encourage you guys right now to at least tell 10 people to come to this show next week. At least 10. So we do 10, that's 100 and some people right now. Cause we have enough people in here. I encourage you guys to tell somebody about the show. At least 10. You know what I mean? 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's a very good show, man. You got some men, but I am gonna do next week. I am going to I'm gonna bring a surprise guest. So we're gonna have 3 in the box. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna bring a surprise guest and be on the lookout, man. You know, you don't know who that person may pop off, who that person may be, but I appreciate you, Kraft. Daddy just came back, man. This is a long time friend of mine. We've been knowing each other for over 3 years, man. And I was happy to see him back. You know what I'm saying? That you know, he been gone for a good minute.
I'm
You
making
know
a
what I'm saying?
comeback. I'm making a comeback, BC. I'm slowly but surely. I'll be back.
Yeah, but I appreciate you just even coming back just for the show. Even if you're not streaming, that means a lot to me, man. And Kraft, hey, listen, let me tell you how soon this was. I went to visit Kraft Mac yesterday, just talking about, you know, just jumping in the box, you know what I'm saying, just spending time over there. And I say, hey, man, I'll be on if you come on the show. Yeah, I said, can you be on the show tomorrow? This is like in the morning. Yeah, I can do it. Yeah, I can do it. Like out the top, y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? We needed a person because my
You're
boy
like,
Taddy
"Need
couldn't make
someone,"
it.
is that I got someone. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, my boy Taddy couldn't make it due to family stuff, man. So Mac came through. I appreciate you, man. So Mac, if you have anything coming up, you know, shows, auctions that you want to let everybody know about.
Actually, so I have a show tomorrow. It's gonna be on my stream. It's just a music. It's a music vibe. Put music in the comments. That's what we're gonna be doing. I'll be versing a few smaller but emerging DJs on the app. So they're gonna do a set, then we'll go to the next DJ. They'll do a set, go to the next DJ. So a little party train, but it's a good vibe though. So different mix up, different music vibes. Other than that, no, we are back full time streaming. I've been I've been enjoying the space, and when you came in, I was honored for you to come in and invite me to the show. I know it means a lot to you, so of course we're gonna take it serious every time. So
Amen. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for coming back. Well, Dad, I can't say, you know, what you got going on. You ain't got nothing going on right now, man.
I got none.
But you here.
but
I appreciate you, country. Brookie,
I
fantastic
think-
job.
Daddy, you swore once. You did very well, but you still owe 1K. Okay?
Talk,
I'll
talk.
get Navarro to send it.
No. I was about to
I
say,
love
and
you,
have
bye.
you're on your own account this time. But you guys, that was so good, guys. I learned a lot that time. I learned from each and every one of you that time. So